So just noticing this piece here, which this wood is falling apart. This is not good. So here's the areas that were the worst. And it looks like there's some decent damage here. So there is definitely some microbes down there trying to eat the wood. This has got water coming up from below. This is not rainwater. So here I am with Greg. We're down at the boat show, wooden boat show down in San Diego. And up behind us here is another PC, which is pretty exciting.
Yeah, it is.
If you're enjoying these, it would be really helpful to me to do a couple of things. First, do a like and subscribe because it's going to help me with this channel. And secondly, if you have any information on Kettenburgs, I would love to hear about it. Either if you own one or you know someone who owns those, if you know where one is, we would love to be able to build a current record of where these boats are and who has them. Every one of these boats that we can try to save is a piece of history that can get passed down to the next generation. And to me, that is the most exciting part of getting a chance to work on these classic wooden boats. After the rain, we now have an absolutely gorgeous blue sky day today down here in Marina del Rey. Yesterday when I was here clearing out some of the water from the bilge, I noticed that there is some rot. A little concerned about the amount that I was finding down there. Looked it up, and apparently what I need to do is put some vinegar on there to kill the fungus that is growing in that wet condition and eating the wood. So I've brought some vinegar with me today. I'm going to put that on there to try and stop the fungus from growing further, and I've ordered some epoxy to put in there this week so we can try and get that all cleared up and hopefully save that wood and not have to pull it out, because if I do, it's going to be quite the job. So let's see what happens. So here's what we found when I cleared out all the water. It looks like we've got some rot, and I want to get that stopped as quickly as possible. Each one of these planks has rot that's been forming in them. So the best thing I can do is dry this out and put some vinegar in here to try and keep that from getting worse. So the only vinegar that I had at home was this white vinegar. I don't know if this is what I'm supposed to be using or not, but this is what I'm going to try. I've got a spray bottle I'm going to put some of this into, and we're going to spray it on the rot that's happening inside the bilge and see if that helps it out. Hopefully it'll at least halt it in its tracks until I can get the epoxy in the next couple of days. Well, the boat definitely smells like vinegar now. I'm going to let this set up here for just a little bit, and hopefully this will kill off any of the fungus that is growing. That's something I have to explore a little deeper, especially if I do a haul out this spring, and make sure that there isn't any additional rot going down into the boat where it needs to be pulled out and replaced. So just noticing this piece here, which this wood is falling apart. This is not good. And then down below, this is similar. This wood here is starting to come apart. That's gonna need to get looked at.
I was glad to be putting a stop to the rot that was happening in the boat, but I knew I need a little more permanent solution. And while I was searching for other places that there may be rot, I found a disturbing source of some of the water that was intruding into the boat.
Okay, so this has got water coming up from below. This is not rainwater. This is seeping in from where the rudder is attached. That's gonna have to get fixed. So back down at the boat, now it's time to check the areas of the floor where we had some rot. We sprayed it down with vinegar. I'm going to check and see how well that's doing. And then I'm going to add a new product in that someone recommended to me. They said that the bugs that are eating the wood, the mold, the other things that are getting in there that's eating it away, is flourishing in fresh water, the rainwater that comes into the boat. So they recommended getting a product called Instant Ocean. This will add the salt down into the space where it will make it inhospitable for the bugs that are trying to eat the wood. So here's the areas that were the worst. And it looks like there's some decent damage here, but it's hardening back up again. So while there is some damage on this one, let me check the other side. It's also a little soft, but I can tell that it's not terribly deep. So I think we can make this work for now. We're gonna put down this Instant Ocean and try to stop it from getting any worse. Instant Ocean is a very fine, powdery salt. It has, in addition to salt, it has other minerals that are found in ocean settings, which is why it was recommended. Rather than just regular salt, that this should do a better job of hindering these funguses and things from growing and eating the whole. Since I don't have a lot of knowledge or history yet with these boats, I wanted to get as much information as I could. So I grabbed my friend Greg Stewart, who you'll recognize from the To Build a Wooden Boat series, and we went down to the San Diego Wooden Boat Show 2023 to get some more information about the Kettenburgs and other wooden boats that they had down there on display. So here I am with Greg. We're down at the boat show, Wooden Boat Show down in San Diego. And up behind us here is another PC, which is pretty exciting.
Yeah, it is. It's really dramatic lines. I've heard about this festival,
Yeah.
First time ever. So, yeah, I think we're going to be prepared to be dazzled. That's what I'm thinking.
This is pretty exciting. Run into a couple of PC people, which is the hope down here, to learn a little bit more about the boat that I've got. And these guys have a lot more history with these things. It was really interesting to get to see different types of boats as well as different types of rigging and setups on the PCs than what I'd had on mine. I came to realize that many of these have been very customized to the owners, to the type of sailing they wanted to do. And it's giving me a little more freedom to feel like I can make adjustments where I need to on my own boat. Part of what I'm looking at is the spinnaker, which the spinnaker is missing entirely from Harp. So I wanted to get a little bit more information from the guys down at the San Diego Boat Show as to how they had their boats rigged for a spinnaker. Well, this point here, what is that doing?
Downhaul.
That's the downhaul on the spinnaker.
Yeah.
For the spinnaker pole.
Yeah.
Okay.
And with a bridle in the middle.
and a bridle in the middle of it. And then so then the pole for this one is getting attached here, but where yours has a track.
I never moved it. If I found another spinnaker from a boat that's bigger,
Right, you may have to, but yeah, I like how you've got this already. It's really interestingly rigged, obviously for racing more so than what mine is set up for. Do you race it quite a bit?
yeah, and not just with other PCs, but there's this group that Ancient Mariners.
I saw their sign up there. I grabbed their info so I can learn more about them.
Bringing together already existing.
So Greg, this is what ours is supposed to look like, right?
This is it. This is a Haven, which is a copy of the Herreshoff 12.5. And it was built some time ago. It's holding up really well. It's nice to see the level of detail we're going to engage in, up front and personal, rather than just the plan.
It's a lot harder to picture from the plan.
Yeah, I like this little whale detail here at the bow.
Oh, wow.
That's really cute. Somebody spent a lot of time on that. But, creativity, it's nice. Nice to see. This is an elaborate boat. When we're done with this boat, you can build any boat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's the same procedure, processes, systems.
Yeah, we're attempting to build one of those right now up in San Pedro.
Have this one.
It's already done. It's not a bad idea.
How much are you asking?
Well, we're just looking for a good offer. We have another boat that we're going to go south on. I've had the boat for about 14 years.
It's a nice boat.
It was really interesting to get a better look at a lot of these wooden boats. It's given me some inspiration as to what I can do with my own boat.
We met some really great people that are in the PC community, and they're going to stay in touch with them, so I'm excited for that. We just found out that next weekend there is a big Kettenburg regatta, which that would have been nice. That would have been nice. I don't think I'm going to take another trip down to San Diego for that next weekend, but maybe next year we can bring the boat down for that. That would be kind of fun. One of the big projects I have on this boat is redoing all of the electrical work. Currently, there is nothing on the boat. This is where there used to be a panel, and you can see some lines here that have been cut. Fat man in a little boat. Fat man in a little boat.